Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Bradley Stereo Sound. My name is Brad Beach, and I want to thank you for tuning in. This video is a sad video because it's about the passing of Edward Van Halen, and I can't even believe I'm going to say that. He passed away this morning. Today is October 6th. It's Tuesday, October 6th, 2020. Apparently, he passed away this morning of complications from cancer. We know he's been ill for quite some time. The band has not toured for quite some time. So this video is going to go on for a little bit because I just want to talk about what kind of an influence he was on me. I got close to him a couple of times in my life, and the first time I got close to him, it changed me. Because, well, anyway, we'll get into that. I just want to send my respect and condolences to his family, his wife Janie, Wolfgang, his brother Alex, David Lee Roth, Michael Anthony, Sammy Hagar, all the families that are connected to Van Halen. It's sad. It's a sad day. So I want to talk about how I heard about it today. I heard from the Rick Beato live stream this afternoon, and I've been in shock ever since. You know, these days are, the day is coming for all of us, especially those of us that grew up in the 70s, 80s, the 60s for sure. I mean, our days are numbered. We're getting old. I'm 55. But when I was a kid, I wanted to be a drummer. I wanted to be a rock drummer, like pretty much like John Bonham. I like Ginger Baker, and as soon as I heard Rush for the first time, I just wanted to be Neil Peart. So today is a day just like the day when we heard that Neil Peart had passed away. It's a shock. And there are millions and millions of men and women all over the world that are crying right now, and I feel that. I've been just, to think that any one of the members of the original Van Halen lineup have passed away is unthinkable, let alone Eddie Van Halen. Eddie Van Halen is a icon in rock music, in guitar, in performing, the way he was on stage, the way he was able to connect with an arena of people. I mean, back in the day, I lived in Redding, California, which is in Northern California, and I still do. I live in Northern California, but back then I was growing up in Redding, and in 1978 I was lucky enough to know this guy who lived in these apartments where we lived, and he worked at the Civic Auditorium, and he somehow persuaded my mom to take me to work because he wanted me to see these big drum kits for this show, and it just happened to be Van Halen opening for Journey. Or maybe it was the other way around. I don't know. I think it was Van Halen was opening for Journey. And so I get to go to work with this guy and check out. Nothing's going on when we get there, but finally these guys start showing up and they start pulling out all this gear, setting up these drum kits, and it starts to get interesting. Next thing you know, you hear this very loud electric guitar, and it's Eddie walking around plugged in, doing his thing, noodling. You know how he does. And So I'm wanting to be on stage. I'm right there on the side of the stage, and they kick me off, and they tell me to go down to the seats, down. You can sit down there, And this guy, Kurt, who worked there, he says, you should sit here. Just sit here and watch. So I'm kind of bummed out because I want to see these drums and so forth. I'm really into it. And just then, here comes Eddie, and he walks down over to where I'm sitting on stage, and he just kind of bends over, and he's looking right at me. And we're like 30 feet away from each other. And he's just smiling at me, doing his thing. And he starts playing Eruption. And I tell you what, I went from being a drummer to being a guitar player right there. Because, earlier that year, the record came out, and all anybody ever played on the record was Eruption. People in the apartments where we lived, they just played the second track on the record over and over again. And so, like I said, I don't think I ever played drums again. I didn't want to play drums. I immediately came home, and I had a guitar. I had a classical nylon string guitar that I started to learn songs on, and I never looked back. I started playing electric guitar, and I went to see him in 1981 in Oakland at the arena inside when they were doing the videos, and I was there for the Oakland scarf and all that. And I'll tell you what, that was the best show I've ever been to or seen or heard. It was sonically amazing. The band was tight. They put on this amazing show. David Lee Roth did these things on stage that you wouldn't believe. He was doing these flips. It was just crazy. Singing the songs, doing the flips. Eddie playing everything. Just doing it. And singing with Michael and, Alex and all that. And really probably was the best show I've definitely been to. I think I was, 15 years old, 16 years old. Just a young kid. That was probably the third or fourth show I'd ever seen. And it left an indelible mark on my life, the way that happened and the way those videos came out on MTV, because I was so proud to say, that I was there. And anyway, again, I just feel for everybody that's involved here because this is so sad. Eddie, like I said, was the one that got me to play guitar. He got me tone chasing, if you will. Eddie's amps are the best in the world for what they do. As far as a 3 or 4 channel high performance, high octane amplifier, the EVH3s are the best you can get. And that's because he spent his life developing those products, the guitars, all that. I just can't believe that I'm talking about this. I really can't. This is no good. So, again, lucky enough to go to the Monsters of Rock show in 1988, Candlestick Park, 100,000 people in there. Scorpions, Van Halen, Dokken, Metallica. Yeah, it was amazing. After David Lee Roth left the band in 1984, I kind of dropped off the band because it, like I said, the world had passed us by. Those days were very short, very sweet, and I miss them dearly. And Eddie Van Halen, 65 years old. I'm 55. And it's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. He's really the reason why the Bradley stereo amplifier was designed, because of my love of pedals, my love of using different sounds in the guitar and playing in stereo. The work he did in stereo with Sammy Hagar, it's great. It's all great. The guy never did anything wrong as far as I was concerned. He always played the right notes, no matter what. So, just want to once again say that my heart goes out to everybody. I know that we're all going to hurt about this for a long time. For me, this is just like the day when Randy Rhoads passed away, but 20 times worse. When I was (15) in 1982, Randy Rhoads passed away on March 19th, which was a Friday. And at the time, I was, heavy into playing guitar. I wanted to be Randy Rhoads. I wanted to be Eddie Van Halen. And those were my two main guys. It was those two guys. And when Randy Rhoads passed away, I kind of passed away with him. I lost a lot of enthusiasm to do anything with the guitar or music. And didn't play for many months, and then I started to play again. And today I feel a lot like that, but I will continue to play because I'm just too old to stop. But it's still the saddest day I can think of, because Eddie Van Halen is my hero, absolutely. And I love him very much. I always have. And I would just like to say happy trails until we meet again. Eddie, rest in peace, Maestro.